Hundreds of people have been rescued and evacuated as floodwaters inundated towns in Australia's New South Wales state. Rescuers used boats and jet skis in the town's flooded streets to rescue people, while others waded through a flooded bridge.
The town of Lismore in the state's far north was bracing for its worst flooding in record. It is overwhelmed after days of unrelenting rain, and 15,000 people had been evacuated. New South Wales State Premier Dominic Perrottet says the flooding was unprecedented and warned residents to expect the floods to worsen. Meanwhile, parts of Australia's third most populous city, Brisbane, were underwater on Monday after heavy rain brought record flooding to some East Coast areas and killed 7 people. The flooding in Brisbane and its surrounding is the worst since 2011, when the city of 2.6 million was inundated by what was described as a once-in-a-century event. Nepal's parliament has approved a contentious $500 million aid grant from the United States, despite protests both inside the legislature and on the streets. Demonstrators chanted slogans, pelted police with stones, and pushed barbed wire and metal barricades that were blocking the streets leading to the parliament.
Parliament Speaker Agni Prasad Sapkota announced there was support of a majority of members through a voice vote. Opposition to the aid package, which was initially sought by Nepal, comes mainly from communist parties, 2 of which are part of the coalition government. For several days, protesters have violently clashed with police. Protesters claim conditions in the grant agreement will prevail over Nepal's laws and threaten the country's sovereignty. They say it's part of Washington's Indo-Pacific strategy, which has military components that could bring American soldiers to Nepal. Meanwhile, U.S. officials have spoken to Nepalese leaders to assure them that the grant concerns only Nepal's development. The money is meant to be used for the construction of power transmission lines and improvement of roads in the Himalayan nation.